The SEC is experiencing an existential crisis right now. They are not the kings of football, and they know it. They know it. There's no arguing it. Your big media machine, your large fan bases, they can't argue that they are the kings of college football because the Big Ten has won the last 3 national championships, and they've done it with 3 different schools. First, it was Michigan, then Ohio State, then Indiana, of all schools, wins it all. Meanwhile, the SEC has not sniffed a title. In this same stretch, not only did they fall short of a championship in 3 straight seasons, something we haven't seen in 25, 30 years, they haven't even made the championship game in the last 3 seasons. And that has led to SEC fans and even some SEC coaches crashing out trying to figure out why. Here's Georgia coach Kirby Smart on the Next Round show trying, feverishly searching for an explanation.
I can't figure out what it is. I just think they have a more competitive conference. Like the top of their conference, there's more good teams. It used to be, Ohio State was good.
Yeah.
You know, like Michigan was really good. When Harbaugh had a great team, Indiana's good. Like now they got Oregon. They got a draw. They have an ability to attract good players. Now, NIL has a factor too, for sure. But so does Miami. I mean, so does Florida. I mean, people have money. More people have money.
That's right.
So I think the talent is spread out thin. Where before in the SEC, it was a magnet to talent. The disparity was so great that it was like you couldn't mess it up. You'd win regardless. And now it's like, okay, it's more even. And it's just been 3 in a row.
Yes. Everybody has money now. Even Miami and these other schools, everybody's got money. Which seems like a tacit admission that it's not a coincidence the SEC stopped being dominant right at the same time it became legal for everybody to pay players in a way that, allegedly, the SEC had been doing under the table for decades. That seems to be what Kirby kind of was tacitly admitting to there. Here's more of Kirby spitballing about why the Big Ten might be better than the SEC right now.
That doesn't explain why the Big Ten's been able to do that. And that's just, I have so much respect for them. I'm like, are they better coaches than us? Less talent, in theory, and doing more with it. Now, the other theory is, and this is what nobody likes to hear, is it's a lot of SEC coaches say this in my meetings. They say they don't have the grind we do. There's no way. They play 3 of their 9 games are hard. Their bottom 4 games are not our bottom 4 games. I'm going to play at Starkville and Vanderbilt's in my bottom 4, and I'm holding on to my butt to be able to play at noon on Saturday at Starkville and playing a good team who beat Arizona State, who goes and plays these other teams. So there is a theory that we're beating each other up, and it's like the intensity, and it wears you down.
That's so obnoxious. Makes you roll your eyes. Such an SEC sentiment. It can't just be Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon are better with incredible coaches like Jim Harbaugh before he left to the NFL again, and Ryan Day, and yes, Kurt Cignetti, and Dan Lanning, who are among the best coaches we have in the sport. No, it can't just be they're better. No, SEC coaches, when they get together, well, the reason is because our league's just too good. Everybody's so good that by the end of the year, we're just worn down. That's the reason why. It's not that those schools are better. It's because we're just worn down. It's hubris. Really, all of this further reveals the hubris of the SEC when it comes to football. They thought, as a conference, they were entitled to winning it all. Because prior to this stretch, where the Big Ten's won 3 in a row, they had 13 of the previous 17 national championships. That is insane. 13 of the previous 17? And then, during that run, they thought they had checkmate. We're on top of the sport. Nobody's close to us. And 5 years ago, you decide to add Texas and Oklahoma, kicking off the most recent run of realignment that kills the Pac-12 conference. At that point, you're thinking, we just got rid of one of the, air quote, Power 5 conferences. We're dominating everybody. We just poached from the Big 12, their 2 best schools. They're thinking, well, no one can compete with us now. Since those schools have joined the conference, Texas and Oklahoma, they haven't even appeared in a national championship game. And here's the thing. They might not even win this year either. Because the top 3 teams, when the season starts, when the preseason poll comes out, should be some combination of Ohio State, Oregon, and Notre Dame. And Indiana won the title. Miami was in the title game. You can make an argument for those 2 teams over either Georgia or Texas. So there's a chance this year that they might not even have one of the 2 top teams either. They are not the kings of college football right now, which is why they're crashing out. It's why the SEC and their coaches, they're going through a bit of an existential crisis right now.